Hey, Gary here with you with your Lead Creator update. We're going to jump right in. I'm just going to create a brand new lead magnet. Of course, to create a brand new lead magnet, you just label it what you want it to be. So we'll say brand new or new brand. Let's see, brand new lead magnet. And of course, if you have categories, so for example, if I create a bonus page, if I use Lead Creator as a bonus page, or if I send a page, or if I send people from my email list to a page, or if I make a Facebook post, or I make a blog post, or I post here on YouTube, then I select that category so I can sort them when I look at all my lead magnets. But in this case, we'll just create a blank lead magnet. Of course, there's all the templates that you have here to create the different types of lead magnets for you, to let the AI create them for you actually. And you can see here, lead magnet created successfully. It's going to load up, and then you have a blank lead magnet. The first update, and this is November 29th, 2024. The first update is now that the bar here is across the top. It is a static bar. So you can just start typing your text here, or you can just click here to ask the AI to help you out. At any time, you create your text. So for example, you create your text here and you highlight that text. Then you can ask the AI, and it's right here, and it's a static bar instead of the floating bar that it used to be. And of course here you could just say, give me a bullet list of top 5 ways to grow strawberries. And then you come over here and say go. The AI is thinking, and then the AI is doing its thing, and it's creating the top 5 or the bullet point list of the top 5 ways. Then you just replace that section, and now you have your text right here. And then if you want to edit it, change the font size and all that good stuff, you can do all that right there. Then of course, if you don't like that, you hit the reset button. But the point is that it is a scrolling bar. So now if I was to enter some text here, enter some text here, before you had to click on this and then the bar would pop up. Now it's just static. So I think you understand what's going on there. Also been added scripts, trackings, and settings, and then your footer links. Now, this to me, because really if you go back to the content editor and you're looking at your content now with this static bar, I've always said that Lead Creator is like Google Docs on steroids, but it's Google Docs for marketers. So it's Google Docs on steroids, but Google Docs for marketers, because we have this capability, and I'm sure that you've seen marketers use Google Docs to present an offer. And that's really what we're doing here, is we're just creating a page more like we would in a page builder, but really with that Google Docs feel, just to get our information here on the page. But now we can add scripts and tracking in here. So if you're running Facebook ads, or you want to add a Google Pixel and you want to track the people that come here and retarget them, or whatever you're doing there with your tracking. And then now you have footer links as well. So you can create a link here. So I can create my terms and conditions. Then I can just create a link to my terms and conditions from my site. So if I have a site that already has the terms and conditions, or I can create my terms and conditions here, and I can add that, or click save, and it'll add the terms and conditions as a footer link. And then I have that as well. So now when I go back to the content editor, or of course, if I first go to settings and I say, okay, what do I want to call this? And I say, okay, this is my brand new lead magnet example right here. And I'll go ahead and say update, and we can just use the app.leadcreator.ai domain. Or of course, if you have your own custom domain, you could use that as well. And then you go back to the content editor and you publish that. Now you scroll down, you're not going to see the footers down here at the bottom here in the editor. But once you publish them and you click here to actually view the page, that'll launch your page in a new window. You scroll down here, you're going to see the terms and conditions. Now this is going to pop up here in a second, but the point here is terms and conditions is now here in the footers, or in the footer, and you can add as many of those as you want. And it shows up, of course, the opt-in, and this is what I was talking about. This is Google Docs. Lead Creator is Google Docs on steroids, but Google Docs for marketers, because it has the built-in opt-in form. Because you can't do that with a Google Doc. You can't get people to opt in. Now you could have them fill out the form or all these other crazy things, or click a link. But the idea here is this is built in for you to grab the lead right here so people can opt in. And now you have the ability to add scripts and tracking, as well as footer links. And of course, you could add another link right here. So what you could do here, if you didn't have web hosting and you just wanted to use LeadCreator as a standalone product, you can say, okay, here's my privacy policy. Now check this out. I'm not going to save this. I'm going to go back to LeadCreator, the main menu, and I'm going to create a new lead magnet. I'm going to create a privacy policy. And here I could just say, okay, raw chat GPT, create me a privacy policy page for my online business with the name of awesomebusiness.com. And then I'm going to go ahead and say create. It's going to create that lead magnet created successfully. It's going to load up. Your content is being prepped for greatness. So now it's creating a lead magnet, but really it's a page. It's a document. It is a page that we're going to use as our privacy policy. So you can see it's working in the background. Privacy policy for awesomebusiness.com. Introduction. Information we collect. Of course, you need to go through this, right? You need to verify, right? Like all this is legit. And of course, down here, it gave you an example. Email, contact at awesomebusiness.com, 123 Business Lane Suite, Business City, BC, 12345. But you can see here that it has created a privacy policy page for you. And of course, you could add your footer links here. And one of the things that they're going to do that they haven't done yet is make this a global setting so you can apply these globally. But for now, they're focused on the settings that you need per lead magnet. And you go back to the content editor and you have your privacy policy page. And again, we go back to settings. And here you could just say, this is my privacy policy. Again, you could make this awesomebusiness.com. And that would be your website or the site that you're hosting on here now, using LeadCreator as your page builder, not just a lead magnet or a tool that you use to generate lead magnets, but now I'm using it as a lead magnet. So I'm creating opt-in forms for lead magnets, super simple squeeze pages. I'm also using it for bonus pages. That's what I do. I use it for bonus pages delivery. People opt in to collect their bonus. Now I'm using it to host my privacy policy pages. And I go ahead and I say update. And then when I go back, or after that updates, I go back to content creator. And what am I doing? I'm going to go ahead and publish that. Now I have a link for my privacy policy. I'm going to go ahead and just copy this link because it's going to be the link to my privacy policy. Then I'm going to go back to LeadCreator. I'm going to go back and look at all the list of the lead magnets I've created and have this one pane of glass where I can see everything. Here's my brand new lead magnet. Of course, no one's opted in yet, so I don't have my conversion number or my at-a-glance analytics. I click on my brand new lead magnet and I use this footer link and I link to the privacy policy page that LeadCreator created for me. So now I go to my footer links, I have my terms and conditions. I go ahead and add a new one. I'm going to add that privacy policy. And yes, app.leadcreator.ai. And again, it could be 30minute.link, which is my branded link or my branded domain that I use for my links in LeadCreator. Or I could use, awesomebusiness.com, but I could also just use the app.leadcreator.ai for my privacy policy, my own individual privacy policy, and just state in there that, hey, this is my page, this is my business or my channel, my social media, or just my name. And of course, again, that's not legal advice. So make sure that you follow everything you need to follow to get those right. But the idea and the concept is the pages are able to be built right here inside of LeadCreator. Now I go back to the content editor and I go ahead and I'll go to the page real quick and I'll opt in. And then of course, here I'm agreeing to the privacy policy and I'll say, I want to keep reading. That privacy policy there is going to be linked on LeadCreator. Down here, I have terms and conditions, but now I want to, in the footer of this page, I want to add that, and I did. So I'll go ahead and update the published version. It's going to update this page. I'm going to go back to my LeadCreator, my lead magnet, my page, and I'm going to refresh that. Now it's going to say down here, terms and conditions and privacy policy. And when that opens in a new tab, I have my privacy policy for awesomebusiness.com. And again, make sure this privacy policy is legit and correct. And of course, here you can see that the opt-in form popped up. We would need to go back. We would need to go back to this and do this to make it just a page. Go under email capture and then change the template here to no email capture form. And that just makes it a standalone page. We'll go ahead and save the changes there. Because remember, the point of LeadCreator is to generate leads and to have an opt-in form, that pop-up that opts in. And of course, that's set by the triggers down here, but we set to no email capture form. Then we'll go back because now we're going to refresh that. And then that opt-in form is going to be gone. And again, we have our privacy policy. And of course, we could add our footers down here. And again, that'll become a global setting later on down the road. Right now, it's just about having the option inside of the page for the footer links, the scripts and the tracking. And the big thing, the big news here is this toolbar, just like Google Docs, is just static at the top. And as you're scrolling through, you don't have to worry about that floating bar it had before, and you have access to everything that you can do here. The Google Docs on steroids, the Google Docs on steroids for marketers. That is LeadCreator, the ability to build these opt-in pages. So now you have the opt-in page, or you just have the ability to, if you go under email capture, just to set the template to no email capture form, and that allows you to build a page. If you want to check out LeadCreator, link in the description. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.